Okay, now let's do an audio visual check. I jammed my foot into my table while I was sitting down. So I put myself on mute so you wouldn't hear me say any bad words. God, it hurts. Oh, I tell you what. Man. Okay, I shouldn't be muted anymore. Let's make sure. Audio, video. Are we good? Are we good to go now? Evening all. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Mel, it's time for your favorite live stream. Love that. What a start. What a start. What hurts worse than jamming your toe? Nothing. Nothing hurts worse. Anyway, let's get to these markets. Give me a moment. I got to get a few things set up first. Need to get a few things set up. I like the stream. Thanks, Kelvin. Blowing a new combine. Right now, nothing. Okay, in the moment, nothing hurts worse. Yo, what's up? Give me a sec. I got to get a couple of things set up. I was busy. Let's get this. Let's get it going. Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Slow Markets, everybody, in the Topstep YouTube. Topstep YouTube. There's the Topstep risk disclosure. It's same as always. Look at the YouTube chat. It's for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. Here, demonstrate, hopefully be able to help traders go through their journey of trading as well. Now, let's get started. Here we go. And I'm going to do this a couple times. Let's make sure we get a hashtag slow markets on the Twitter. Hashtag slow markets on the Twitter there in the chat. Let's take a watch at these markets. And then we can get some questions. We'll get to some questions, go through a few things. Tonight is Tuesday night, Technical Tuesday. And yeah, here's the daily chart in the NASDAQ. We had a red day. We had a rejection and a little bit of a sell-off, which I'm liking. I'm liking it so far. So what have we seen for the past few days? Major sell-off followed by a nice recovery. And now, I mean, this is the biggest day we've had in a while, right? Yesterday was the biggest day we've had in a while from bottom to top. It was about, what, 2 1/3? Almost like 2 1/3. Last time we had that was, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since we had a nice big bull candlestick like that. And we're starting to see volatility pick up. Taco Tuesday, it's Technical Tuesday. And so let me pull out the handy dandy ATR, and you guys could see this. Everyone could start to see this. Talking about volatility, I like ATR to give a gauge in volatility. And let's put this in perspective. Maybe we put this in a little bit of perspective for everybody to see. So here's the market, right? Here's the NASDAQ on the daily chart. You can see how we've seen a big spike in volatility back at the beginning of April, end of March, beginning of April. And then ever since then, we just kind of slowly drifted down. Volatility just died. We went from having, 800, almost 900 points a day on average down to, 240 points a day. And now you see this little bump right there at the bottom right-hand side. That is a spike in volatility. We are seeing that now in these markets. These daily range is looking very volatile, right? Volatility is picking up. And then we zoom into an hourly chart, and we can see this probably a lot more. So we had that pump up through all-time highs, immediate rejection, a sell-off, and then we had a nice recovery day yesterday, right up to this. Who remembers this last night, where I'm like, man, I'm not going to be shorting these markets, but if I was, this could be definitely a place to short in these markets. And sure enough, that was a place to short. We had a nice sell-off today during the New York session. Not so much overnight. It looks like the majority of the sell-off came during the New York session. So overnight was good, but the New York session we did start to sell off. And then let's take a look at this ATR, this volatility, and you can see it. See how volatility just picking up, and we zoom out. It's been a while. Right? It's been a while since we've seen volatility pick up like it has been, which is good for the day trading. There's opportunities, lots of opportunities. So let's start to zoom in a little bit. We had that rejection up here at these upper 300s, basically 23,400. And then we sold off, and we are right back to where we were on Monday, right? We're right back to where we were to start. Where did we start the week at? We started the week, basically down in this area, right? Started the week down here. It's already August 5th. And so we are hanging around 23,070s. My next question is, we have a big round number that we are really close to. 23,000. Big round number. You can see that it can maybe become a magnet. Can we see this market sell off? Maybe can we see 23,000 tonight, overnight, or tomorrow? Possibly. Speaking about tomorrow, I'll wait until we get the rest of the audience members in here. Usually the everyone starts coming to slow markets right around the top of the hour. So we'll see. I'll go over a few more things. I'll finish this analysis. But yeah, I could see that maybe we see continuation back down. I like to see this NASDAQ around 23,000. 23,000. We're here, Dakota. Yeah, but I don't like to repeat myself too many times. So I'll do it, right at the top of the hour, maybe talk. We'll open up to some questions. So let's do this analysis first, and then we will get into some more of the juicy stuff. So I could see us continuing down. This is an hourly chart, but I would be a little hesitant right now to sell it. I'm hesitant to buy it too, to be honest. It's buy the dip, right? That's what I've been talking about forever. But we've already had quite the sell-off, right? Quite the sell-off. Then it looks like a pullback in the middle of maybe around lunch hour. And then we got continuation into the end of the day. So we might be seeing a pullback. Maybe we could see a pullback up to these, I don't know. Maybe we see a pullback up into this mess, into this zone. And then we see a continuation down to 23,000, or we just find a way to come down and test 23,000. I want to see 23,000. There's still that chance we might just bounce and we never do get back down to 23,000. Let's zoom in onto a 5-minute. Let me see what it looks like on a 5-minute chart. You can see that consolidation that we did get down to today. Tonight we're already down 0.2% here in the NASDAQ. This 23 120s. These 120s was acting as a major level of support during the New York session. These 120s, 130s, that was a big level of support during the New York session. And then right at the end of the day, it looks like after hours, we kind of did just sell off a little bit, right? So we broke through that support after hours. So New York session closed, and then we sold off, and now it looks like we're kind of just consolidating. We're consolidating below it too. So yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if we do see some type of continuation down and down and to the right. Let's see. Looks like we might be rejecting these 090s. Looks like maybe a little bit of rejection. Maybe we come back down and retest these 050s. Could be a possibility. Let's run and take a look at gold. Let's take a look at gold briefly. We'll be touching base on gold. Buy the dip. Buy the freaking dip on gold. And it continues to be more of the same, I think. These dips have been being bought up in gold. We had one to start this week off, a nice dip buy. Looks like we did have one today during the overnight session. Gold sold off, and then we just had this nice rally. And so maybe gold is setting up for another pullback. And then do we see a continuation on gold? Possibly. Maybe we come back up. Look, my drawing's still on from last night with Coach Jay. Do we get up to these 450s? I don't know. I don't know. I like the play on the longs for gold. But I want to, yeah. Between a rock and a hard place. We already consolidated a little bit. I would like to see another pullback, but unfortunately, I was not watching this market. I was sleeping at this time. There was a nice opportunity for this. If anybody wants to know what a 3-bar reversal is, I get that question a lot. This is a 3-bar reversal. This is an hourly chart. Everybody in YouTube chat, take a picture, take a screenshot. This is what they call a 3-bar reversal. 3-bar reversal. Watch it, look at it, study it. That's basically it right there. Right there. We have a, yeah, that's it. Yeah, take a picture, it'll last longer. So the reason, just have faith, trust me. So we have a market move, right? So the market's moving in one direction. Okay. We have I call it the reversal candle. You could Google it. There's probably other definitions for it as well. Right? And that's the main reversal candle. You see it right there. So bar number 1, bar number 2, and then bar number 3. And that reverses, right? So the trend goes one direction, we reverse, and the trend goes the other direction. Reversal candle. So 3-bar reversal. And those bars are basically bar number 1, bar number 2, and bar number 3. Yep. You Google this. It's a very, very common pattern. Heck, I even have it on a coffee mug somewhere. But yeah, essentially you'd want to enter when we cross the high of that reversal bar. So we want to cross the, I like to enter, okay? I mean, you could trade this however you want, but trading it when we cross that, then technically we're starting to break it. Some traders like to wait until they close, which you're basically waiting until clear up there. So trade location versus probabilities. You're getting in all the way up here, but then it's actually closing above. And so that's just a good example. Screenshot that. It's a very, very powerful candlestick pattern, but location is important, right? You could pick out, look, reversal. You could make it. There's one right there. Is there one? I don't know. Is there one right here? And you could sit here and be picky about them and pick out a bunch of them during consolidation. But location and context matters of where it is. So anyway, gold consolidating, maybe looking pretty bullish. We can take a look at some news. Let's take a look at the news, and then we'll get to some questions. Okay, tomorrow we have Uber, pre-market prep, McDonald's, Uber, McDonald's, Disney, lots of earning calls, some Fed members. It's kind of a light day tomorrow, surprisingly. It's kind of a light day tomorrow for a Wednesday, but anything can happen with tariff conversation, and we know how it is with the tweets. Where the tweets... You can see the black eye still, Clarence. You can still see the black eye. Is it still noticeable? I didn't think it was noticeable. Oh shoot. Oh, anyway, let's go take a look at this Nasdaq, and we'll get to some questions. Yeah, you should see the other guy. The other guy is actually perfectly fine. The other guy. Yeah. It's more noticeable tonight than last night? No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see. Oh, I guess it kind of is, huh? God, I thought I got rid. Oh well. That's what happens when you play a contact sport. Maybe it's the lighting then. Yeah, it was during sparring. It's fighting, right? Let me see. I haven't really looked at it, so I gotta see it. Give me a second. I want to take a look. Bear with me. Is it really that bad on camera? I have to see on the YouTube. It doesn't hurt. No, it's not noticeable. Come on. It was worse last night. It was worse last night. You guys are making me self-conscious now. Come on. I can't notice it on the YouTube, but here I am. I'm pulling out my camera, and I didn't put any. That's not bad. It doesn't hurt. Get used to it. Get used to it. You're gonna see me like. You're gonna see me beat up quite often. You can't really see it. Okay, well, hopefully have a hot date in the upcoming week, so hopefully it's gone by then. It should be gone. It should be gone by the time they have the hot date. That's the main thing. I don't know. Do I want it gone? Should I? It's pretty cool, right? It's like, yeah, you know, I got this. I got to make up a cool story though. You got to make up a cool story for the date. All right, let's get to this. Let's get back to this. Okay, we did analysis. We're getting off track here. We're getting off track. So there is the Twitter. Let's do a hashtag slow markets there. And then let's make sure we do the, you want to see updates. You want to see updates. You want to take a look behind the scenes. That is going to be here in the Twitterverse. In the Twitterverse, right there. That is the link. Let me make sure I get that. I've been posting a little bit more behind the scenes. What I do behind the scenes, just a little bit of lifestyle. And let's make sure I'm pinning the right message. There you go. There it is. There it is. And we're watching this. We are watching this go. Waiting for those hashtag slow markets. Now let's get through this. Let's get to some questions. Remember the top of the hour, so in about 10 minutes, we do have the top of the hour, and we typically see a spike in volatility in gold. We are seeing gold move now. Gold, there's seeing some volatility already, but we'll watch it. We'll watch these markets. We'll get to let's get some music going. Get some music going. Just reschedule. No, I'm not rescheduling dates. We're not going to reschedule dates here. Let's get some music going. I got to turn on my speaker. And then just let me know if the music is too loud, please. All I can say is you better get that pop squad ready for Technical Titans. Oh, we're ready. We're ready. Sound off in the chat if you're from the pop squad. I'm going to be bringing someone on TopstepTV with me, but we're ready. Pop squad is ready. We're getting in fighting shape. That's what's going on. Is that what happened, Edward? If I blew my combine, so I just go out and look for the biggest guy to pick a fight with. Like, I lost the combine. Time to go punch someone. Go pick a fight. Andrew, there you go. Andrew's with the mod squad. That's bravo. Bravo for that one. Andrew in the mod squad. The mod squad. We should do that. Team mods. All the moderators get together they're on the team. Mod squad. You know the feeling, mate? Ready to go? I made the Profiteers season. Let's go, Pop Squad. Julian West. You think Alive or Jack going going to win. Alvi. Oh, Alvi or Jack. Alvi or Jack. I don't know. It always comes down to the last day. The market makers? No, Pop Squad. Pop Squad is the name of my VIP group. And I think we got the coolest color. We got the gold. Getting it scheduled. Our first meeting is going to be on Thursday. First meeting's Thursday. I'm excited. And the team is excited too. So we're getting ready. We're going to be grinding it out. Talking about that. Let me make sure I got. Okay, we got this. We got that. One thing I was going to be talking about. Oh, I love slow markets. Okay, Rick, you've been doing hashtag slow markets consistently, so you deserve to be on here again. Rick, hashtag slow markets. Had a few great days, but we'll be focused. Process of profits. I'm green on the screen. Good job, Rick. Rick, you are consistent, so you deserve to be shouted out consistently, right? So let's take a look. I wanted to share a couple things. First one. Let's get through this. If you guys missed it, take a look. What else happens on Tuesday? Topstep has been releasing updates. It's the drumbeat that MP was talking about. How do we get that out of there? I don't want to get that out. So this is new. It's here. The new Topstep dashboards. And then if it's your first month with the code up to 5 combines, go through here. This is what I like. This is okay. Instant activation. Instant XFA activation. Get funded faster. You pass a combine, and instead of needing to wait, you go ahead. You can get your instant XFA. I like this one. This one's important for me. Not me in general, but it's important to me for what I believe it should be practicing traders, where you take your time, and if you get a rebill, you get a free reset, and it just doesn't disappear, right? Say you're in a combine and it takes you 3 months, but instead of just losing a free reset because you're slow, you're going slow, and you're practicing, and you're not being punished for it. You're actually getting, hey, you paid for it. This is yours. It's in the bank. You can use it when you need it. Payout tracker. I think that's a good one. It's like a Domino's delivery thing. I seen it in the dashboard. Let me see. Maybe I can pull up the dashboard. Payout tracker. Yeah. Oh, I haven't had a payout in the new the new dashboard yet, but yeah, pretty slick. Nice. Instant payout deductions. So we know technology is getting better, and Topstep is continuing to stay on top of it. So. And then 30-day resets. Each reset pushes your rebuild date out 30 days. So nice features. I like that it's consistent. That's one of my favorite things. It's consistent. We continue. Topstep's continuing to push it forward better and better and better. It's not just one big giant rollout. It's good, consistent updates, and I like that. I like that a lot. And remember, tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow, fast markets. Tell everybody. Tomorrow, Baron and I, we are going to be on for fast markets. We'll be giving more of an update of what's going on. These will be updated. So I was at 5. Baron was at 7. We'll get the updated numbers tomorrow. Topstep, I love this graphic. Topstep came out with this graphic. First one to live. Here's the milestones. Each one you reach. Live account, 2,000. A live account payout. You get gonna get an extra 5,000. And then first one to $100,000. That's 10 grand. MP has the check. Hey, I'll tell you what. If I get to 100 grand, I'm gonna go over to Aspen, Colorado, and pick up that check in person. I'm gonna pick up that check in person if I get it. The first challengers to reach all 3 milestones will earn the. Oh wow, yeah, this is. I keep saying this is my favorite, but this will be pretty sick, right? The first ever Topstep trading floor jacket, and a seat in our trading pit at the new studio. So pressure's on. If you don't think I want this, like money, sure, that's gonna be nice, but this is probably a little bit more, you know, a trading floor jacket, and then a seat at the new trading pit at the studio. I plan to go to the studio anyway, but you know, that's a lot of pressure right there. And then choose your challenger and win free resets. So tomorrow, if you're tune in to Fast Markets tomorrow, and yeah, that's where you get to vote. That's where you get to vote. Winner, you get those resets. So pressure on top of pressure is going to be it's going to be exciting. We'll see how it goes. We shall see. Oh, I'll videotape it AVS if I win, or when I win. I'll fly out there, go over to Aspen, and pick up that check in person, and see if MP would put that trader's jacket on me like a golf. That'd be interesting. Yeah, but it's still a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, let's make sure we get this clear. It's a marathon and not a sprint. It's gonna change day to day, week to week. You know, there's gonna be days and weeks that I'll struggle. There's gonna be days and weeks that Baron struggles. But that's real trading. It's not a direct line, right? Just like these markets. And so is trading. Everybody trading. And look at NASDAQ starting to sell off now. Should have sold it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But it's just like trading. Anything that you put time and effort in to improve and to look to find success, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's not a direct line. Even though, right, if we zoom into this NASDAQ over the past 4 hours, the market's starting to sell off, right? The market's starting to sell off. But that's kind of what we go through as traders. I'm in the middle of this sell-off, right? Like, I'm somewhere right here. I don't know. I'm in the middle of my own journey in the sell-off. But then when we zoom out, and we zoom out and we look at the longer picture, and we look at the bigger picture, and just realize, you know, what direction has this market been going? Or even more recently, like, wow, even though we've had that sell-off, and we've had a few of these, you know, hurdles down the way, these are the equity markets. This is the NASDAQ. You wish it was linear, where it would just go up and to the right, and then it makes it easy. Well, you know, sure, we have been going up and to the right, but guess what? You know, we're trying to navigate this on a day-to-day basis, on a minute-to-minute basis, overanalyzing, overthinking, getting emotional over every single one of these moves. And that's kind of what wrecks us, right? Even though in the back of my mind thinking like, wow, this is a bull market. We're going up. Buy the dip. Watch, we draw a line. Oh, that's trading's so easy, right? It just goes up and to the right. We know it's going to go, like next year, this market's probably going to be higher. And it's easy looking back with the power of hindsight. But when we're in the moment, when we're in turmoil, and you know, the markets are starting to have volatility or selling off or being choppy, which we've done it so many times, right? We point out all these times. I mean, heck, look at this, right? Lots of fear and panic in this area, right? Lots of fear and panic in this area, but yeah, all-time highs. It's going to be an interesting journey with Baron and myself, and this competition that we're doing for everybody, in front of everybody, not and for it would be a fair saying. You don't think it will rally? I mean, nobody really knows, but this level, these 2390 held as resistance, and so I'm curious to see if we come back down and test these lows. We are down 0.25% already tonight, and this market has rejected. If you did miss the analysis, I do the analysis at the beginning of class, and you can go back and rewatch it. I start on the daily, and then I'll zoom into an hourly. It's the beautiful thing about YouTube. It's all recorded. all recorded. It's actually exponential long term. If you look at the SP, yeah, correct, yeah. On the log, it's, yeah, the y-axis, depending on how you look at it on the y-axis, yeah, logarithmic. Logarithmic. Not seeing anything to trade so far. I was hoping gold short for Asia. I'm not seeing anything either. Like I said, I'm going to be not taking as many trades, and I am going to be focusing on more quality setups. More quality setups. Quality over quantity. Kat Von Yao says, sorry for asking, but what is the benefit of closing a live account? So there's no exact benefit of closing a live account. The goal is to have a live account, trade in live markets, and be able to withdraw money from the markets, open up maybe your personal account and trade there. But Baron and I have both struggled the past few months in the live account. We've had conversations with the risk management team, and the best course of action was like, hey, you know, let's go ahead and take a step back. I've explained this a few times, but I don't know, you know, Baron's mindset or his thing, but he's doing it with me, and we made this a really fun competition, serious competition, right? The main thing is taking this serious, figuring out what we were doing wrong in the day trading aspect, doing it in front of everybody, you know, getting better, resetting our mentality, getting back at it, and pushing forward. And that's what we're doing. And we're not doing it together as in like we're trading together. We're doing it at the same time, sharing our journey, having that fun competition. We're going to be on air tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be on air. Got to talk a little smack. Always got to talk a little smack. Part of trading is having thick skin, right? You can't be soft in the trading world. Mental reset. Kind of a slow drop in MES. We'd like to see it go lower. Gold is starting to sell off a little bit. NASDAQ not really doing much. It is a slow market for sure. Let me see. We opened up tonight basically right here. And where we opened up tonight has been the resistance level. So we've had from bottom to low. So we've had about 50. This is about a 50-point range. 50-point weight range for sure. Baron is at 16 combines for sure. Yeah, we'll get the real numbers tomorrow. I don't know. I can't say. You probably know more than I do when it comes to aspect. I had 4 payouts in July and requested one today. Great work, FPS Game Freak. You got to get punched in the face 1,000 times. Oh, you're never gonna get stopped being punched in the face if you're a trader. Yeah. I trade my personal accounts. I trade, like I said, stocks, options, futures. Like, regardless of if you're a trader, short-term investor, long-term, it doesn't matter. There's risk in everything you do, and you will always be punched in the face regardless, just depending on how you react, being able to react efficiently, not overreact, be able to take a step back. Like, that's what happens. Yeah, that's how I got the black eye. NASDAQ punched me on the face to start the week, and NASDAQ could take a punch. That's for sure. Man, is it really that obvious? Did you get a fun? It's funny. I did not realize my black eye was that obvious. I'll have to look. I'll have to rewatch slow markets yesterday and then slow markets tonight to see how obvious my black eye really is. Didn't notice. Shows that a lot of chat has never gotten into a fight. We're all fighters at heart. If anybody's willing to trade the NASDAQ every day, you're a fighter at heart. You are definitely a fighter at heart. Cat Von Man, it's a hickey. No comment on that one. And now we're chilling. And now we just chill, I think. We're at the point of chill. Tuesdays and Thursdays, ending a few minutes early. I'm not really looking at anything else. Let's take a look at that. And let's get to some more questions. I'm watching gold. We're 7 minutes past the top of the hour. And markets are reacting very nice and calm. So I like that. In boxing, you play the role as a punching bag. Dakota and Dale Trader, I'm not sure what you mean by that. It was last Tuesday, so you could rewatch that one. It's coming out of his pockets. Gold sell-off coming, I'm not sure. Love Wetland says, are you gonna win? Well, I'm gonna try. First one to $100,000. And it's not gonna be in a week. It's not gonna be in a month. It's probably gonna take some time. Yeah, had a nice New York session. I want to have confidence in the forum tomorrow. Everybody is. That's your guys. That's everyone's decision. You guys watch me. Everybody watches Baron and myself, and everybody gets to make their decision. Me versus Baron. I'm gonna talk smack. You know, it's competition, but it's a lighthearted competition. I'm always going to be there for my guy Baron. If he starts to struggle, I'm going to find a way if I could help him. And I'm working with Hoag. Hoag is going to be helping me along the way, where if I have questions or it's like, hey, Hoag, you know, I'm struggling with my psychology or doing this or doing that. I had a phone call with Hoag on Friday. That is great, and working on that aspect. And Baron's gonna be joining me Thursday night still. Nothing's changed there. And yeah, I am definitely one that I love competition, but I'm never going to kick a man while he's down. And yeah, I actually sent Baron a message today. I sent Baron a message today, and I don't mind telling you what I said. Yeah, I just like, hey, it's a lot of pressure. Let me know if you need anything. Tomorrow should be good. Like, I am here for Baron if he has any questions for me, and I'm always open. I mean, I might not be the best one right now. Look at this gold start to sell off. Maybe we come back down to these 33s. Gomez, you don't believe we had beef? You think it's for entertainment? We could get a little bit heated. It's like brotherly love, right? Very competitive, very competitors. We like talking crap back and forth, but then we are traders at the end of the day. We're people, and we had a great time at the Chicago meetup, and yeah, I'd give him the shirt off my back. Baron always fades me. So be it. You should have given him the Kobe treatment. I could be yeah, you know, you might be what's that MJ said where he's like, you might be wearing the shoes, but you know you're never gonna fill them. And then he did it with the stutter. Did I stutter good enough? I don't know. Disrupt his power. Well, it's not. I'm not here to sabotage. Like, here's the thing: is it should be pure respect, pure camaraderie, and be able to, like, a gentleman's game, I guess. I don't know. I want to be able to know that we're both trying to perform at our best. We're helping each other. We're trading our best, and the best trader is able to get to 200,000. Now, like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. If someone gets to 100,000 and another person gets to a live account, to me that's both. That's like, it's a win-win, right? We both want to become better at trading, and yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, right? Win by any means, but it's not going to prevent any crap talking. We always got to talk some smack. Talk some smack. If you could give it, you got to dish it. But then there's always limits. You'd love to see the Dakota Baron fan poll. My prediction's 51-49. I think everybody was surprised on how good of a trader Baron really is. Baron's an amazing trader. He knows his stats. Where can we see the fight? We want to no Lido. No fight. Definitely no fight. What's this? How many combines did it take before earning your first payout? How much % of your account do you risk for a trade? Man, it's been a minute since I had my first payout. My first payout came over a year and a half ago. I do not remember how long it did not take long. I don't think it didn't take long till I qualified for my first payout. I just built my account. I was doing this, like, I literally joined Topstep to become a coach and decided to trade to prove a point. And then I just built the account. My goal was not to take payouts. My goal was to just show traders that, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm a coach, and I can do this, even though there's some absolutely amazing coaches and don't really have anything to prove. But people learn differently. Some people like to learn by watching, some learn by doing, some learn by listening, and vice versa. Everyone has their own different ways of learning. But I think it was a good I like that. I think it was a good move for me to do that. I enjoyed this. I do enjoy this. As gold's starting to test these 32s, are we going to sell through this? Are we going to break these 32s? Next stop, 20s. Next stop, are we going to take a peek at these 26 to 28? It's looking heavy. Gold is looking heavy. We're only down 0.06. Gold is down 0.06. Let's go. Let's go. Could you transfer 150K into a live account? Not yet at Topstep. Not yet. I do have my personal that I transfer money in and out. I've been sharing that a little bit on... Well, there's my socials. If you want to see, I've been sharing a little bit of that on my socials. That's what it's called, right? Socials? It's on my socials. Oh, there we go. There it is. This is a prop firm. Topstep is a prop firm. Topstep is always, innovating. The best. Been around since 2012, earlier. Always innovating, always... everyone copies Topstep at the end of the day. Topstep does it, everyone else follows. That's really been the thing going forward. That's how it's really been since I've been around the prop firm world. Gold's getting the bounce off these 32s. Lots of people don't consider it a real prop firm. It's more of an evaluation firm, they say. I get that. I could understand that point of view, Chris. I think the main thing is that Topstep actually does bring traders live and gives funding and gives bonuses and gives benefits to traders who, trade well in the live account. and continuing to add. It's weekly. It's weekly at this point. Like I said, I went through what Topstep released today, and it seems like every single week there's something new that benefits traders, that benefits consistency, that is moving this industry forward. It might be something as little as $50 for a difference between qualifying for a payout to an entire new dashboard to this, to that. So it's always something. It's always growing and becoming better. Did I ever work at another prop firm? When I was, get this, when I was, I think I was 17, I did. Oh man, that brings me back. Let me see if I can find this. I have a picture. I worked at a Forex one. In Utah. I don't think they're around anymore. Man, I was like 16, 17, 18. It's been a while. It's been a minute. I don't know. But I got a picture out there floating around somewhere, and I look like a baby. It's not even AI. No. It's like, what is it that? It's like a hive of bees. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't even remember the name of it. Yeah. It was in Forex. It was Forex. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, that's what it was. Good old Sean Lucas. Doom Lord, how are you? Here goes gold. And there it goes. We breaking through those 32s. Tested the low of that candle. This. I rune grandmasters in silent and walk away. Oh yeah, Richard. Are you NASDAQ to do anything? I did that. Like I said, chat, remember, I do my top-down analysis at the beginning of class, and it is recorded. You can feel free to re-watch it back. I start doing top-down analysis. Top-down analysis, daily, hourly, 5-minute. We are just chopping around. This is a proper barcode. Proper barcode here in the NASDAQ, not doing much. We're staying in this 50-point range. You know, there's the top of the range, basically where we opened up tonight. And then we're like, here's the bottom of the range. And then obviously here's the middle of the range. And then here's the start of the range. And right now this is the current end of the range. So we are in this area, and not a whole lot is going on. Not a whole lot is going on in the NASDAQ, but we are watching gold, and gold is getting some momentum to the downside. Is it going to make the Batman? Is this making the Batman symbol? Is this the Batman symbol? We've seen this before. Is this the Batman symbol? We know, yeah, this could very well just start to sell off. This is DBA Concepts. Doom says it's the Pika head. It's the Pikachu head. No, this is the Batman symbol. It's DBA Concepts. Meow, the cat, going to zero. The two. It looks like a cat. Yeah, it looks like a cat. Pikachu going to zero. We're getting a sell-off. We're holding below these 32s. Yeah, the question is, will this hold? Will this ear hold? I'm not seeing any trades though tonight. It's the dead cat splat. We're only down 0.08. Let's just take a peek at crude. Take a peek at crude. Crude, not really doing much. Crude's just dead. We'll take a look at the hourly chart. Some buyers stepping in on crude. It looks like these 65, 75s. Yeah, there's nothing going on crude. Let's take a look at the Nikkei. I haven't talked about the Nikkei for a long time. Make it into a cat. Nikkei's not doing nothing. It's a Japanese market. Let's get back over here to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ still sideways. And then gold. Gold. Nothing. Just nothing. Nada. We make it into a cat. My drawing skills are not is something to be desired, chat. My drawing skills are just not it. Yeah, nope. Nope. Nope, this is just not it. What? All right, we'll try this again. Yeah, there we go. There's the dead cat. No, this is a live cat bounce. This is gold. We're bouncing off these 32s. Yeah, someone else says Batman. You know it's slow markets when you're drawing cats. You know it's slow markets when you're drawing stuff on these charts. Fake bounce. Run. We could, you know, stop loss is better entry. If you were long, this just ran your stop. You're drawing a pickle, Doomlord. No comment. No comment on that one. No comment there. Come on. Stop loss is a better entry. If you were long gold and you have your stop loss just below that area of support, that definitely could be a better entry. That definitely was a decent entry. But I'm still not seeing anything. I'm still not seeing anything. Yeah, this is... not much, to be honest. This is not much. These markets are so boring. NASDAQ still going sideways and chopping it up. All right, let's do this. We'll spice things up a little bit. Here's another hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. 50K combine first day. Dang. Wow. That's pretty good. 50K combine. 339. Up $1,900. Great work on that. Like to see it. Remember to do that hashtag slow markets. Pinned to the top of the chat is the Instagram. Let's get to a few more questions. Oh, okay. You know what? I think this could be a good topic. There was somebody asked me a question earlier. And I'm like, this could be a very good question for slow markets if things get a little bit boring. Let me find it. Cold Brew. If you're listening, shout out in the chat. Shout out in the chat. Because this is an interesting question. Okay? Let me know if you're in the chat, Cold Brew. From the Twitterverse. I want to know. I want to make sure before I start going through this question. Because I want to answer that right. If not, then I told you. Tune in for slow markets. I can tell you what the question was. It says, it would be interesting to understand how you reason through many sources and what to prioritize. It's let's go. Is that you, Cold Brew? Is that your handle in Twitter? Quasi? You've been on Topstep TV before. But we was just talking about multiple incomes, right? As a trader, it's very hard and there's a lot of pressure for you as a trader if day trading is your primary source of income and you don't have any other sources because you have so much, you're depending so much on your day trading. And, you know, I'm going to keep talking about my like Twitter and Instagram because I'm talking about that stuff. That's one of the main reasons why I got a Twitter account, and that's one of the main reasons why I got a Instagram account, so I can talk about this stuff. And so that way I can get questions, hopefully answer questions like this. Maybe I need to get a little bit better. It's like, hey, here's a peek of what I'm doing, maybe a peek of my personal trading. Here's kind of what I'm doing at Topstep. Here's this and that, and talking about these different things. So I like that question. And on Topstep is the main thing I've been focusing on lately in terms of day trading. And then on Twitter, I've been posting a little bit more this month on some of my personal trading. Like, guess what? We had this big sell-off this week, right? Since these markets are slow, these markets aren't really going anywhere. And just shout at me, chat, if these markets do start to move. But I think this is important to talk about because it's like trading mindset. Hey, can I really trade for a living? Can I day trade for a living? What the pressure? Coach Jay and I talked about it a couple weeks ago, very in depth. We spent a few slow markets talking about it. But as a day trader, as someone who does have trading as their main source of income, and also does day trading, and also does a few things on the side as well, I look at the longer perspective in these markets. And I've had cash in like a money market savings account, in a CD, like a 3-month CD, 6-month CD, and I am a firm believer that you should not solely depend on your day trading. Day trading is hard. Let's make sure everybody knows and understands that. It's very, very hard to be consistent day trading. And even if you do find that consistency, you're going to have like a negative month. And if you are relying on paying your bills on day trading, and bills come in monthly. I'm here in the US. It might be different from different countries. I've seen people pay their bills weekly and people pay their bills. It just depends. But I'm here in the US, and typically like rent, utilities, your phone bill, and it's monthly, right? Monthly bills. And so if you have a red or a negative month in your day trading, you still have those bills coming in, and that could be very, very stressful. It's like, man, I have $50,000 in my trading account, and I was expecting to trade and pay for my bills in my trading, and then say you lost $5,000 or $10,000. Now my trading account is at $40,000. Then I have to withdraw like $5,000 to pay all my bills, and now my trading account's down to $35,000, and then it snowballs into just a very nasty disaster, right? And then you end up like losing your account or blowing it, and mentally it's even more and more difficult, and the weight and the emotional and the psychological burden keeps piling up, right? The more bills, and it's a vicious cycle. I've been there. I went through that quite a bit in college, and trying to be dependent on that. And so that's why I am a firm believer that you need more than just a year or two's worth of consistency and a decent savings account and maybe another source of income before you decide to like, hey, I'm going to be a full-time trader. Big shout out to Baron. He quit his job because he's seen that income. And I believe he also has different sources of income on top of his day trading. I'm not sure. You'll have to ask him. But I think that's the right way to do it. For me, I have stocks, right? Longer term stocks. They pay me a little bit of dividends. It's nothing dramatic. It's enough to say, hey, the dividends I'm making off my stocks, it pays for my phone bill every month. That's just an example, right? And then that's just an example. Maybe it pays for my phone bill and, I don't know, some extra clothes that I might need every so often. And then I have options, right? I sell options. I sell covered calls. I sell cash secured puts. And that stuff is what pays like my rent. It will pay. I have my car paid off, so I don't have to worry about car payments. But it'll pay my rent. It'll pay some more things. And then I also have cash that I have in like a CD or the money market, and the interest off that will pay this. And then I also do contract work, or I used to do a lot more. I used to do a lot more contract work for supply chain. Everybody knows I have a supply chain background, and I did a ton of contract work in the supply chain world, in the logistics, right? Working with, I had a team in China, I had a team in Vietnam under me, and I was starting to build out a decent sized team in Mexico. So I had a team in China, Vietnam, and Mexico, and I was always working with the factories. I was working with forwarders, shipping containers, trucks, full truckloads, partial truckloads, I mean, and everything in between, understanding tariffs. And I helped build a company in Utah, and we went from there's 5 guys. There's 5 of us, and we grew that into a $100 million company. And man, I miss it sometimes. I miss it, but yeah, I mean, life of a DJ. So senior logistics analyst here. Yeah, we could definitely talk for hours. So I did a lot of contracting there. So I have a revenue stream from that aspect. And then I'm like, it's time for me to start doing something I love. It's really time for me to start doing something I love. What do I love? I love trading, and I have really gotten to having that fulfillment from helping others. So I found Topstep. I had a bet with my friend, and I've enjoyed it. I hopped into the Discord as a coach only. Remember, I want to make sure everyone understands. I started at Topstep solely to be a coach. I was in it with Coach Jay, and we were doing Discord classes. There's 50 members, right? There's 50, 20, 100 members in each of our Discord classes, and I was enjoying it. I enjoy it so much, and the messages I would get and the messages we'll get was just so fulfilling. I enjoyed it. It's yeah, Coach Dakota, this was life-changing, right? What you've taught me and coming to your classes had changed my life. I got a payout, and I was able to do this, and some of the life-changing messages I've received is worth so much, and I've enjoyed it. I continue to do it, and then they're like, well, you're a coach, but you probably can't trade. And then I got a lot of pressure. There's drama behind it. It's man, all these coaches can't trade. And I was like, all right, bet. Last February, so a year and a half ago, I was like, let's start some accounts and let's see if I could really trade. I made it through the combines. I got into the XFAs. I got into a live account, and I made it to number 1 on the leaderboard. At that time, it was $80,000 to be number 1 on the leaderboard. And then I just stayed on the leaderboard. I ended up taking $190,000 the first 3 months, and then I switched over to Topstep X. After I made a mistake, I held 30 minis. I was trading 30 minis at the time. I held 30 minis overnight, and I did that relatively frequently. So one of the nights I slept in through a CPI reading, and I got $20,000 worth of slippage. $20,000 worth of slippage, right? Yeah, everyone here is complaining about slippage. Yeah, I'll have to find a couple clips, do some throwback Thursday kind of stuff on Twitter and on Instagram, to where I could show you guys some. It's on there on YouTube. I know we found it a few times, whereas I have 30 minis going on in the middle of slow markets, right? But $20,000 worth of slippage is not fun. And then I switched over to Topstep X. Topstep X was relatively new, brand new, and then I'm like, okay, I got to start back from square one. I start back where I'm at now. I have to start back with combines. That was before. That was only when we had 3 combines. Now we have 5. So I started back with combines, brand new, scratch, starting from 0, and then I built it back up. $500,000 later, and taking the payouts, took another 200 and $250,000 out at the beginning of the year, and struggling this year, and here I go again. Same time, July, end of July, doing it with Baron. It's okay, let's do it again. I've done it once, I've done it twice. Here's the 3rd time. and showing it all. And I really enjoy this. Yeah, that's literally my story. Maybe I do an interview, because a lot of traders just don't know that. A lot of traders don't know that story. We have new traders coming in to Topstep. New traders coming into Topstep, and they've never heard this story. So I definitely should probably do an interview one of these days. Start going on vacation in July. Maybe I should. Maybe I should just take, June and July off. Look, we bounced right off those 31s. We ran stop losses. Gold ran stop losses, and now we're starting to recover that. I don't sell anything, Frank T. I'll never sell a signals class or a signals this or that. I won't sell a Discord. I don't need to sell anything. I don't mind going over this. Everything you guys get here in slow markets on Topstep TV, you get it for free here on YouTube. Look at this market. Look at the gold pump. Told you, buy the dip. Buy the dip. Vince on the hashtag slow markets tagged me in this. What is this? What is this, Vince? Getting some top-notch technical analysis from Coach DBA. Yeah, that's wow. Oh, that's some good stuff. Good stuff. Wait, let me see. Do I have a black eye there? My black eye is not that noticeable on here. Yeah, I don't know how you guys how everyone could see it. Yeah. Okay, gold going. And NQ's ripping. NQ's going with gold. NQ going. NQ is on a ripper. On a ripper. Gold's going. NQ going. We had that breakout of that zone we're in. That's a decent bounce. That's a decent bounce, chat. That's some volatility here in slow markets. That's about 40 points. Let's take a look. What's going on there? Trade talk challenges ahead of talks. Nothing really going on. US UK deal. 54 days for maybe some deals. Caught the breakout. Life of a DJ caught the Nikkei long. T Charles will give an update. The VIP teams get updates. They're VIP. They get updates first. Very important peoples. Nasdaq keeps going. It's on a run right here. Let's break this down. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on. Buyers are just stepped in. Tell us about the Fight Club. Hey, I dropped little gems here and there during slow markets. I got smoked today in my funded DLL. Ooh, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. What does the audience want to see more of to spice up slow markets? How can I make slow markets better for you? Let me know in the chat. Let's do it. More technicals, more education, a mix. Is there something that I used to do that I might be doing different now? Let's hear. Less talk about me. Okay. Take more trades. I'm not going to be forcing any trades on screen. So that's a no. I'm not going to be taking more trades. More minis. Technical education. Okay. Oh, look at Nasdaq's going. Wow, we're going. We're going here in the Nasdaq. Risk management. Bring my date. Haircut. Is my hair that bad? Is it that bad? That's what happens when you just go sparring. It's slow markets. Trade Forex. I'm not going to force myself to trade. Trading different markets and forcing trades is going to be a no. Trading Trivial Tuesdays. Look at this market keep going. We are almost back to settlement. We're almost back to settlement. More trades, risk management, technicals, and more. Answer our trading questions live. I answer trading questions live. Entries, technical analysis and risk management. Talk about mindset. Why is NQ pumping? More psychology talk. Let's go. Made 10 points of profit. This is a good move here in slow markets. Like that's a good, yeah, that's 50, almost 60 points here. DBA concepts. NQ rise correlates with Shanghai Open. Buy the dip. Buy the dip. Risk management. Risk management. Okay. Let's do a poll. I'm gonna put a few things right here on the poll, and we'll see if we could do that. How's that sound? Where was the Dakota long? Where was the Dakota long? Yeah. I mean, if I could go back in time, I would buy it right there. I would buy it right there at 72. One-on-one stats breakdown with advice. Ooh, okay. Do more polls, more polls, more polls. Okay, let's do this first poll. Let's see if I can remember how to do a poll. I have to remember a password now. Well, I'll have to do a poll later. I forgot a password. Man, my password memories are just horrible. Next time we'll do a poll. Always signing me out of stuff. TA on each target. Can teach. Shower how you journal your trades. Do you recommend learning about options to complement day trading? I wouldn't say that yet. I would not recommend learning options yet. Day trading and options are two different things. Or day trading futures and options are different things. Keep it simple. Keep it super simple. Give me a second. I'm going to do that poll. I'm going to do it next time, and we'll be good. So, okay, I'm going to go through and rewatch this and take a look at some of this feedback. Because like I said, I want to figure out how I can help you more. I want to be able to help everybody here. It's Technical Tuesdays. I love it when I'm on with Coach Jay and Baron. But then on Tuesdays, we bring in like Dobie, Andre, bring in Andre, see if we could take some trades on the house account, bring in Dobie, talk about ranges and Doritos, and bring in guests. I'm going to be looking at some guests for slow markets. Maybe some VIP team members going to be joining me as well. I've been talking for guests for a while, but it looks like we are, I mean, just barely. Dobie's like, hey, yeah, he just messaged me. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Looking for ways to spice up the slowest of markets. And tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow's a big day. Tune in. You'll be able to vote for who you believe is going to be winning that contest. And yeah, winner gets free resets if you vote for the right person. So I'll talk to everybody bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, tomorrow night for slow markets. Coach Shay's going to be joining me. It's going to be a good one. Take care, everybody, and see you then.